All right, I admit it. This is not a news flash, no bulletin, no. The U.S. border with Mexico is a disaster, and it has been for years. But after seeing report after report after report showing these scenes of mass migration, mostly illegal or a disingenuous asylum claim, hey, I'm sorry, but that's a fact. Look up the definition of asylum and apply the criteria. Anyway, I want to see for myself what this whole area is really like. So I hopped in a car, drove south from Tucson, and headed for what has just been announced as the busiest sector in the U.S.-Mexico border. What was striking to me was this massive land full of nothing. Mile after mile of wind, weeds, and a lack of water for as far as the eye can see. You can disappear a lot of people in this part of the world.
Pretty quiet here in Sasabe, Arizona. This is the checkpoint between Mexico and the United States. But in the corridor between Sasabe and Nogales, about 20-mile stretch, it is the #1 sector for encounters with migrants coming up from Mexico and all parts of the world. 250,000 plus encounters in the current fiscal quarter. That's up 182% from last year. Why? Well, Texas has now begun enforcing their border with in-state authorities. So the migration has shifted from east of here toward the west. But most of the action is still east of Sasabe because the wall here is working. In this wide-open sector, more than 80,000 illegal border crossers were arrested in this quarter. Now, I'm no math major, but that's nearly 1,000 a day. The more often publicized Del Rio sector in Texas is now #2, with 10,000 fewer arrests.
Oh yeah, where are we going, baby? There we go. Hold on in.
The end of the line, Sasabe, is today a virtual ghost town with its own post office and some sort of store, restaurant, and a bar. Only open for a few hours one day a week. Even the checkpoints, this is just a few miles north of the border, are vacant, closed. This compound showed little sign of life. A stray bus behind the sinister-looking tarped fence and a U.S. flag, making it look official.
The border wall here actually is in pretty good shape. You can see it as it stretches off into the horizon. But for nearly 8 out of 10 Americans, the border is either in crisis or is a major problem. And as we approach a major election in November, the border has surpassed the economy as the #1 concern for Americans getting ready to vote.
We're getting a better look from multiple angles surrounding January 27th's violent beatdown of 2 NYPD officers.
With more and more immigrants suspected of violent crime in cities across this country, the simplest answer to stopping the illegal flow, could be a wall. The question, with the presidential election looming, is whether, even if President Biden picks up the project, the anti-Trump portion of that 78% of all voters concerned about the border will ever choke down a Donald Trump solution to a problem they admit is top of mind.